They replaced you, but couldn't forget you. 10 psychological signs. Have you ever watched someone leave your life, replace you with someone else, and act as if everything you shared meant absolutely nothing? At first, it feels devastating. You wonder how they moved on so quickly. You wonder if your love was real. You wonder if they ever cared at all. Meanwhile, they seem happy. They seem excited. They seem completely unaffected by your absence. But psychology reveals something fascinating about human attachment. Replacing someone is easy. Forgetting someone is not. Especially when that person gave genuine loyalty, emotional safety, and a connection that cannot simply be recreated overnight. The truth is that many people who replace someone quickly often discover something unexpected months later. The new relationship may be different. It may be exciting, but it doesn't erase the emotional imprint left behind by someone who truly mattered. Today, we're exploring the 10 psychological signs that reveal why some people replace you, but still can't forget you. Before we begin, if you're interested in psychology, human behavior, relationships, and emotional intelligence, subscribe to Psychotherapy and join thousands of viewers learning the hidden truths about the human mind. Now let's begin. The first psychological sign is comparison begins immediately. Most people believe that starting a new relationship means starting fresh, but that's not how the brain works. The human mind naturally compares present experiences with emotionally significant memories. Without even realizing it, they start comparing the new person to you. The way you listened, the way you supported them, the way you made them feel understood, the way you comforted them during difficult moments. At first, these comparisons seem small, but over time, they become impossible to ignore. Because every meaningful relationship leaves a psychological reference point behind. And when someone new fails to match certain emotional experiences, memories of you become stronger. The second sign is they experience emotional substitution failure. There's another psychological reaction that many people never expect. It's called emotional substitution failure. This happens when someone believes a new relationship will automatically remove the emotional impact of the old one. At first, everything feels exciting. New conversations, new attention, new experiences. But eventually, excitement starts fading. And that's when comparison begins. The problem is that excitement and connection are not the same thing. Excitement is temporary. Connection is earned. Many people discover this only after the honeymoon phase ends. They realize the new person doesn't understand their fears the way you did. They don't know their struggles. They don't know their history. They don't know the little things that made them feel safe. And suddenly, the relationship they rushed into starts feeling different than they imagined. Psychologists often explain that emotional bonds are built through shared experiences over time. They cannot simply be replaced overnight. That's why some people appear happy immediately after a breakup but become increasingly emotional months later. The reality finally catches up, and when it does, many start realizing that what they lost was much more valuable than they originally believed. Some never admit this publicly, but privately, they think about it often, especially during lonely moments, especially when life becomes difficult, especially when they need emotional support and discover that genuine loyalty is much harder to find than they thought. The third sign is random memories begin appearing everywhere. One day they're driving to work. The next day, they're hearing a song. Then suddenly they remember you. A conversation, a laugh, a special moment, a memory they thought was gone forever. This happens because emotionally important experiences are stored differently inside the brain. The stronger the emotional connection, the stronger the memory network becomes. That's why seemingly random triggers can reactivate powerful emotions years later. The fourth sign is they secretly check on your life. Curiosity is one of the strongest emotional effects of separation. They wonder what you're doing, whether you're happy, whether you've moved on, whether you're dating someone else, whether you're doing better without them. Even when they never reach out, many continue monitoring from a distance. Not because they're obsessed, but because unresolved emotional attachment creates unanswered questions. And unanswered questions often create curiosity. The fifth sign is they begin romanticizing the relationship. Here's something fascinating about memory. Over time, the brain often softens painful memories and strengthens positive ones. Suddenly, they start remembering your kindness, your patience, your loyalty, your support. The little things they once ignored suddenly feel important. and the relationship they once took for granted begins looking more valuable than ever before. The sixth sign is loneliness starts exposing the truth. Most people don't understand the value of emotional security until it's gone. When life becomes difficult, loneliness becomes louder. That's when they realize the difference between attention and connection. Attention is easy to find. Connection is rare. Anyone can provide temporary excitement. Very few people provide genuine emotional safety. And when that emotional safety disappears, its absence becomes impossible to ignore. The seventh sign is your growth becomes impossible to ignore. Many people secretly expect the person they left behind to remain stuck forever. They expect sadness, pain, dependence. But what happens when you heal? What happens when you become stronger? What happens when your life starts improving? Suddenly, the story they told themselves begins falling apart. Your success reminds them that your value never depended on their approval. And for many people, that's an uncomfortable realization. The eighth sign is guilt slowly replaces certainty. At first, they may feel completely confident in their decision. But confidence often fades with time. Questions begin appearing. What if I made a mistake? What if I gave up something rare? What if I never find that level of loyalty again? These questions become difficult to silence, especially when they realize how much effort, love, and patience you invested in the relationship. The ninth sign is they struggle to recreate the emotional connection. Many people spend months or even years searching for the same feeling they once had. Not because you're perfect, not because you're irreplaceable, but because genuine emotional connections are incredibly rare. The chemistry may be there, the attraction may be there, but something still feels missing. And eventually they begin understanding that meaningful relationships are built over time. They cannot be copied, they cannot be rushed, and they cannot simply be replaced. The 10th and most powerful sign is they realize replacing you was easier than forgetting you. This is the lesson many people learn too late. They thought another relationship would erase the memories. They thought time would erase the attachment. They thought distance would erase the emotional bond. But real connections leave lasting marks. People remember how you made them feel. They remember who they were when they were with you. And sometimes that's exactly what they struggle to replace. The truth is, some people spend years searching for the same connection they once had with you. Not because you're perfect, not because you're unforgettable, but because genuine love leaves a psychological imprint that time alone cannot erase. People remember how you made them feel. They remember who they were when they were with you. And sometimes that's exactly what they struggle to replace. So if someone left, replaced you, and made you feel like you never mattered, remember this. Your value is not determined by someone else's decision. The wrong person may overlook your worth. And one day, while you're building a better life, healing, growing, and becoming stronger, they may finally understand what they lost. The question is, will they realize it before it's too late? Or will they spend the rest of their life remembering the person they thought they could replace, but never truly forget? If this video resonated with you, comment below. They couldn't forget me. And tell us honestly, have you ever seen someone leave, move on, and then secretly come back later? Don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs this message, and subscribe to Psychotherapy for more deep psychological truths about love, heartbreak, relationships, and human behavior. Because sometimes the greatest lesson people learn comes after they realize what they lost.